Okay, right now I'm going to show you how to install AWS CLI and Elastic Beanstalk or EBCLI on a new Mac, right? This Mac is actually not that new. It's actually a late 2012 uh, Mini that's actually running on macOS Serial, right? In case that is anything important for you to know. Right, so basically, the right way to start this is to hit AWS CLI and read the documentation, right? I find that the easiest way to get started is actually to get started with Homebrew. Let me go through the installation. First, hang on, documentation. I find that the easiest way to get started is actually to get started through Homebrew, right? Installing AWS CLI on Mac OS. Well, there's quite a few ways that they tell you to install it here. But actually what I usually like to do is to install Homebrew on a brand new computer. So I'm just going to do that right now. And once you got Homebrew, there's a lot more other things that you can do with your computer. Alright, so we have some permissions problems, and let's solve that. We can solve that quite easily by SUing into an administrator account. Alright, there we go. Once again, you just need to enter your administrator password a couple of times and the whole Homebrew will be installed. This thing is going to take a while, so I'm just going to leave this here and get back to you once it's done. Alright, so Homebrew has been installed. Now we just need to use Homebrew to install Python. So we're just going to brew and install Python. And a whole bunch of things is going to happen. So the whole point of why we're doing this is so that we can install something called pip, and pip is actually a pretty fast way for you to get up and running on AWS. Okay, let's see, pip, there we go, pip3. So after installing Python, we should have pip ready to go. Alright, so we have pip3. Pip3, install AWS CLI, upgrade, and user. Okay, so AWS is now installed, but you see this error here? This error here tells us that actually Python, or the bin of the Python library that we just installed, or the Python runtime that we just installed is not on the path, which means at this point of time, if we start running AWS, it's not going to find the command because the command is actually inside here, right? Inside Macintosh users willen library. Oops, see, no permissions, right? And because we don't have permissions, we can't add that to path, and because we can't add that to path, we are in trouble, right? So AWS is not running. So how we can solve this is actually to add it to a path. Okay, let's get out of here, exit, and let's go down to our bash profile. So if we go down to our users and our home account, there is no bash profile at this moment. Right, there is no bash profile, so we need to create that. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna cd it back to our root and subl dot bash underscore profile. So what are we going to do in this bash profile? Sorry. What we're going to do in the bash profile is to add that package to our path. Add to path mac bash profile. You just scroll around, you should be able to find it. There we go. We should be adding this. Just copy this. And accept that for instead of this path, we are interested in adding in this path. Copy and paste. And in theory, this is going to work. I really hope it works. So now if I save this and I quit terminal, and I fire up terminal again. Sorry, let me close off Norton. Change the shell to something bigger. Okay, so now if I type AWS, it's still command not found. If I export path, no, I echo my path, I should see, okay, so I have a problem. If pip3 is running, yes, pip3 is running. The problem is that this user cannot access that folder, right? This Python folder. Let's see if I can do a global install. Pip3 install AWS global. Is there such a thing? Okay, no such thing. I tell you what, let's do it here. Okay. Permission denied, package photo using -- user. All right. So now if I change this over to my user account, I save and I quit and I fire up a new shell. AWS, it should work. Trace back. Library. Oh, okay, let's try that again. Brew install AWS CLI user. Pip3 install AWS CLI user. AWS. Alright, so we have AWS up and running. You can see the version, everything is good. And now we can install ebcli pip3. Let's look for the documentation. ebcli install Mac on macOS. Now we can install it with pip, or there we go, pip3 install AWS ebcli upgrade and user. There we go. And EB is working, so we have it. EB. Okay, so AWS CLI and EB CLI is now installed, and you can proceed with doing whatever development work you want on Elastic Beanstalk and AWS. Okay, I hope even though there was some hiccups along the way, you see how the problem was solved. And this is how we got AWS and EB up and running on a new installation of Mac. Alright, cool. That's it. Thanks, guys.